conditional subsetting, array operation, and list special functions, right? But before starting this session, let me come out with the different right. So I'm going to explore efficient Python trick in data science. Right? So what are these tricks, right? Tools for data scientists, those are used frequently, right? Can you see what I'm pointing at? I'm pointing at Jupyter file. Can you see my screen? Anyone can acknowledge it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's begin. Here we go. Let's start by efficient Python trick in data science. So let's say you want to control the number of printed decimal with f string, right? So we have strings, and what actually this f strings? Suppose you want to limit the number of decimals being printed, and we have some values. Let's say number is equal to 2.312356, right? So I'm going to print this number and want to regulate as per some regulations, right? So I'm going to use this f quotes. Within the quotes, I'm going to use curly braces. Within the curly braces, I'm going to write the variable name, which is just defined by me. And then I'm going to write 0.1 f. So f stands for decimal here, which is limit to 1 decimal, right? And close this code and hit run. Can you see? It's showing only one value post decimal, right? Such as you have different numbers. Let's say I'm going to showing the same example by changing the dot 3. Let's say 2 here. So now this time getting 2.31, not only 2.3. In case you write 3 with the f, what's the syntax here? The f and the curly braces and the variable name colon dot 0.3f, which is the desired values post decimal. So I'm going to run this code. Now I'm getting 2.31. This is the way you can limit the number of decimals those are being printed on the screen, right? You can limit the numbers. And here F stands for format, and here F stands for float. We have float numbers there. Those are having different abbreviations. All right. Now I'm going to write from date time. I'm going to import date time, and then let's say date is equal to defining any variable, and within the date time I'm having 2023 comma 1 comma 1 comma 15 comma 30, then 45, and then in the second line I'm going to print the exact statement. So again, format, for this format I'm going to write f, and then codes. Inside this code I am writing my statement here. So you need to be here at, right? So within the given value, let's say f, and then again I'm going to write the statement curly braces within the date I'm going to write percentage I colon. I'll explain this code. Let me finish this code once, right? And then percentage P and on curly braces one more time with the same variable date. I'm going to regulate percentage A, and that's it. Can you see? It's showing the entire statement. So what I have done actually, I have given date format here. So within the date, the respective values are extracted. So 2023 is the year, this is the month, this is the day, this is the time. The last three values are pointing towards the time, right? So we have divided the entire respective values to the respective keywords. So we have minutes, hours, and seconds. So what's the responsibility of this format? You need to here we have a space, and then I'm going to specify this format value. This is the date, actually date, and then percentage I, right? So percentage I is for this one. This is the 30 and means 3 hours 30 minutes, right? So there's a 15. So 15 is like 24. If you go for the 24 hours, it's like railway clock. So this 15 is nothing but 3 p.m. right? And then percentage P means PM. And the date is A. So what's the date is A Sunday. So how exactly it's getting that date A Sunday? So let me go back here. So if I'm going to the January 1st, can you see January 1st 2023 is Sunday. So it's acquiring the day from the child calendar. This module date and time is consisting the day of each calendar concept. So did the concept make sense to you? Here we have particular format, and these are fixed. So how would you know that these are particular format? You just go for the Google, and let's say I'm going to search date time and Python. So I'm having these respective basic date time types. If you go for the official website, so they have respective explanatory functions also. Yes, can you see percent A, percentage B, percentage Y, right? They have explored everything here. Although it's a bit difficult, let me get some um, easier way where we can get this formatting. Yes, can you see this percentage L stands for hours, M stands for minutes, and percentage is for seconds, and P for AM and PM, right? So that's a fix, right? Suppose I'm going to print this value date time dot now. Let's say I'm going to print this value. Can you see? It's a printing my system date, not the now, but the correct statement is I'm printing my system date, right? So in the same context, it's going to format the entire value. Instead of small capital I, if I'm giving small I, so if this is existing, so of course this will give the respective value. Can you see? It's a O1, 301, right? So if I'm giving capital 1, so it's giving 330, right? So the format is different. You will have to use the qualifiers. This is the just hint. You can go for the entire case studies where we have all the date times, right? Can you see here we have percentage D, M, Y also, percentage H, M, S also existing, right? So there are a lot of time modules. This is just introduction part, right? How we can use these format specifiers, right? I'll go with the in details also. Let's say if you want to pad a string, right, with 0 or use something in a iterative way. So what I'm going to use for, let's say I'm having one iterative here for r in range. Within the range, let's say I'm having 8 to 11. So of course I am excluding 1. Let me give one more heading here. With the hashtag, I'm going to paired with wake up, right? So I'm going to write this for loop within range 8 to 11 because we are going to exclude the second term, highlighted second term. What exactly I'm going to print? I'm going to print this f value within the codes. I'm going to write some statement. It is, let's say I'm going to print some number. So I'm going to print r. Within the r, I'm going to print 0, 2, and then am, and then exclamation sign wake up. Can you see? It's a printing R like 0, 2, right? So 0, 8, 0, 9, 0, 10, 0, 8, right? So how we are getting 0, 2 exactly? So we are getting this 8 a.m., 8 p.m., right? If I, let's say if I'm printing 8, 1, right? So we are getting all these value here, 1, 8, 9, 10, 1, right? So it's all about the timings. We are going to print entire statement. We are going to print the hours, right? Respective values of the same. Now, suppose within the same hash string or format specifier, I'm going to use some calculations in format specifier. How we are going to use this calculation part? Let's say I'm having mango is equal to 5 and banana is equal to 7. These two variables I have just defined. So in the case of another variables, you can take an example of another ones also. Let's go for the conventional method. Here we have the f and double quotes and the total price will be, and again curly braces. Inside the curly braces, I'm going to assign these two variable name. But b home text go inside the curly braces and just paste the statement expression. So in this expression, I want to add both these prices, right? So the total price will be 12. So instead of writing exact variable name, exact value are being added over here, right? That's the mathematical operation we are going to perform. So within the f string, we can perform the mathematical calculations also, right? Now, what other things we can go for? Let's say I'm going to add one thing. So in this heading, I'm going to perform iterations with f string, right? So what kind of iterations we can go for? Suppose I'm going to import one iter tools. This is the module which I'm going to import in my library. It's going to import permutations, right? And we all know what exactly permutations is. It's the part of combination and permutations, right? Within the same module, I'm going to create one list here, which is 1, 2, 3, and let me allow me to run one for loop, right? So the main point discuss the association of the for loop or while loop within the given iteration, right? So for I comma j in the permutations, right? I'm going to operate this nums comma 2, and then inside this for loop I'm going to write my codes. So inside this for loop f, I equal to this I, this will be the value, and j equivalent to j, right? Can you see I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2. I is equal to 1, j is equal to 3, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 1, j2, j3, right? What exactly it means? Can you elaborate more about things? Anyone can explain this code, how we are getting the permutation of it, these two combinations?
There are 12 numbers, 3 cross 2 cross 1 factorial. It's
six possible.
Anyone? Okay. So on the basis of these numbers 3, I want to create total permutations, right? If I'm going to go back in class 9th or class 7th standard, so when I study permutation and combination, what exactly they are. So at the ground truth, I will find, like, yes, can you see this one? So on the basis of 1, 2, 3, how many numbers do I have created? 1, 2, 3. So by taking one at one first place, I'm having two possible combinations, 2, 3, 3, 2, right? As shown by this figure, we have first two combinations. Keeping 2 at the first places, I'm having more two combinations. Third, fourth. Similarly, at 3 at first position, getting 1 means 2 more combinations. So in brief, in this image, we have in totality, we have 6 combinations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a whole. So these 6 combinations are shown over here. Can you see these terms, right? In case I'm having 4 here, so how many outputs, what will be the output in my screen? Did the information sink in? Like
12.
12. All right.
Oh, sorry, 24. 4 into 3 into 2. 12 into 2 is 24.
So how do we get it? We get like using this formula, like
Yes.
NPR, n upon n minus r, right? So
Yeah.
it's 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial, right? So let me run this out. So we have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 combinations are there. A total 12 combinations are there. All right. So we are not having this combination and permutations. The pictorial is same. Okay. So how we can get exactly? Let me have like this one dice. We have all we have Ludo dice, right? So can you see these images? So these are all combinations, right? So out of 2 dices, like this, you can see the pairing of 6 and 1, right? So how many combinations we have? 1 to 6 at the first, 1 to 6 at the second, right? So how many combination do you have by combining these two dices? That's the question here, right? That's the permutation here, right? In case,
Sir, one
yes,
question.
yes,
There
please.
you can make permutations bracket num comma 3.
Here,
Yes, sir.
here I will have to,
You make 3 and run the code.
okay, number 3. It's not taking 3, expected 2.
Okay.
Need to add comma k also. I comma j comma k.
Mm-hmm. Do you
With
want
yeah, I think with 3
3?
maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now we have more options.
Please print. Okay. K also need to print, right?
K is equal to explanation K, right? So how many combinations are we getting? 1 and then followed by 2, 3, then 1, 2, 4, 2, 5, and so on, right? When we have 3 possibilities. So what exactly you want to illustrate more about? So did it click with you what these numbers are, what these parameters are?
Sir, that I'm not understood what exactly the permutation under the parenthesis nums comma 3 is saying.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly? Can you please explain?
Okay, I print it here. Okay, can you see this 1 2 1 2, right? 1 6, right? So we have all these combinations, right? 2 2 and so on, right? So suppose we have two dices here. Let's see, can you see this example here? I'm asking, we are not getting both the combinations same, right? कि दोनों में 6 6 नहीं आ सकता, और both cannot have 5 5, both dices 5 5 नहीं हो सकते, both dices 3 3 नहीं हो सकते. Suppose आपने वो combination, आपने वो क्या कर दिया, एक restriction लगा दिया, right? Now you have first and then 2. First dice में 1 आया, second में 2 आया, 1 3 1 4. So on the basis of this condition, how many combinations we are creating? ऐसा करके आप इस दोनों डाइस से कितने possible combination you can create? Did you see what I meant there? Did you figure it out? What exactly we are getting this one? Okay, so we are dealing with permutation. We can dealing with permutation and combination on the basis of these probability, right? So, but the syntax is just focus at the syntax. We are not going with the mathematical background. But if we are pointing towards the syntax, we must know at least we can solve this problem there, right? So let me create one more heading here. So within the given heading, I'm going to create substring in format, right? How we are going to write the substring here, right? Let's say I'm having sentence is equal to today is Wednesday, right? So out of this context, find the index of first occurrence of the syntax, right? So how would I find? I'll write the sentence, the variable name, with the find word. I'll pass the keyword which I want to know, right? Can you see it's showing 2? So why it's showing 2? Because this today is 0, this like 0 1 2, sorry, it's not this entire value, it's a t is 0, o is 1, day is the starting index of this word, right? let's say, let me write instead of day, we copy the same function we are going to inherit. Let me find it out. WA. I'm getting 9. Why? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the first position of my W. All right, everyone, let's dive right into the find function. If you want to go with the deep dive of this function, you are going to find the index number of substring. Right here is the substring way. In case I am going to find a string or substring which is not available for me, let's say instead of capital W, I'm writing small w itself. So it will provide -1, which means it's not available in the given string. This substring is not available in the string. So you will have to start by the initial point which is more clear and is available there. Right? Let's say instead of this day, this first day, I want to search the second occurrence. So how would I write this code? Let's say I'm going to add this code, and instead of within the day, I'm going to write some, let's say 7, right? So it's giving 15 now. But if I do not provide 7, it's giving 2. How? This 7 means start searching this substring from the index number 7. So once it's going to start, it's not going to start from 0, rather it's going to start from 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 onwards. In case 0, 1, 2, suppose if you will pass 2 here, let's see, it's giving 2 itself. Why? Because it starts searching from 2 itself, and at the first occurrence, it's giving the out, it's finding the matching substring and provided the respective index number on the string. All right, can you see what's happening over there? We are having start index number कि हमें पहला occurrence नहीं चाहिए, I need third occurrence, right? अभी now अभी मेरे को मिल गया, this occurrence मिल गया मेरे को, तो I am going to write like no day, let's say no day, right? I'm going to run this code, and let's say I'm going to start 12 here. Can you see now it's having 40? Let's say I'm having 14, 15. So ये जो syntax number है, okay, let's have 22. Can you see it's a 22? Okay, this is the 22 index number, right? Okay, I want to count all the occurrence here. Can anyone write the code ऐसा function जिसमें सारा occurrence, मतलब मुझे चाहिए कि इसमें कितने, how many days are available, occurrence of this day कितने हैं? Anyone? Can you see wherever I am getting the day index number, it's a type of T. Like I'm also checking the type of this T variable. It's an integer data type. So what I'll do, I'll write this one, right? For I in range, and we'll write, okay. So let me write one more thing here. LDN of sentence. What's the length of the sentence? 25. तो मुझे एक फंक्शन लगाने से पूरा सेंटेंस का लेंथ मिल जाता है. So initially I don't know the exact length or exact characters, total character in my paragraph. So instead of counting one by one, I can pass the length inside this for loop. Now inside this for loop, I'm going to pass this T of the sentence. Right? मैंने क्या करा, इस सेंटेंस के अंदर T लगा दिया, राइट? और इसके साथ में मैंने एक वैल्यू लगाया, लेट्स से J. इनिशियली J का जो वैल्यू है वो मैंने इनिशियली 0 पुट किया, but I want to change j in each occurrence until unless if t is not equivalent to -1. When I'm getting -1, which means this information is not available, this substring is not available in my day, right? और जब कभी भी मुझे ये वैल्यू मिल जाए तब कभी क्या हो, ये j की वैल्यू नेक्स्ट t की वैल्यू से क्या हो जाए, अपडेट हो जाए. डिड यू गेट माई पॉइंट? सो t की वैल्यू जो है वो j पे स्टोर हो जाए. I need to create one more variable, that's count, right? So I want to increment this count plus plus, which will finally return all the occurrence of this substring. Did you get this code? हम करना क्या चाह रहे हैं, हम जितनी भी सब स्ट्रिंग के अक्रेंस हैं मेरे पैराग्राफ में वो काउंट करना चाह रहे हैं. लेट्स से आई एम हैविंग दिस योलो इमेज सेगमेंटेशन कोड, राइट? इसके अंदर ओके हाँ ठीक है, जैसे कि ये है, ये एक पैराग्राफ है, तो बहुत छोटा है. let me take Pima India, राइट? अब इस पैराग्राफ पे आपने सर्च किया कट एफ, यू आर फाइंडिंग पीमा. कैन यू सी, यू आर फाइंडिंग 13 पीमा. तो यहां से लेकर 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, तो 10 आपके अवेलेबल अक्रेंस हैं पीमा के. आपको ऐसा कोड बनाना है, अगर मैं इस पैराग्राफ को कॉपी करके अपने इस सेंटेंस में कॉपी कर दूं तो मुझे कितना अक्रेंस दिखाई देगा इस कोड का, ये एक टास्क है कि वो आउटपुट दे पूरा का पूरा 11. डिड यू गेट माई कोड? कि मुझे चाहिए क्या, आई नीड होल अक्रेंस जो भी स्क्रीन के पास में अवेलेबल है, इस पैराग्राफ के अंदर अवेलेबल है. Right? So this is the object of my code. All right, so go ahead. This is the small piece of code. Else we can go for the next part of this sentence. Here we have different split function. So split function is again very much important here. So अगर आपने कोड देखे हो, let me close all these files, हैकर रैंक के कोड देखे हो, या आपने कोड स्टा के कोड देखे हो, या आपने किसी और कोडिंग वेबसाइट से कोड देखे हो, so they are using split function in multiple times, right? So this split function is going to perform so many times, right? So what exactly we are having, let's say we have sentence is equal to code, and let me have